What's going on, you guys? This is Super Mario Preston here, and today, in honor of the Super Smash Preston movie, which I just announced last month, I am making a Super Smash Bros. Plush collection video. So let's get started. Okay, so for this collection video, I'm going to separate the plushes into separate categories based on whatever Smash games they first appeared in. So this first part is based on the characters that appeared in Smash 64. Yeah, the very first one. So anyways, let's get started. Starting off with Mario, the main one I used in my videos. Yep. Also have here Yoshi and Luigi, also the same ones you always see. Interesting fact: Luigi was my very first Mario plush I ever got. Yeah. And over here we have Kirby, also regular. Puyo. Yeah. Back there we have Link, the Breath of the Wild version, and with his custom Hyrule shield thing I made out of cardboard and a little strap there. Yep. He also has one other accessory, which I'm not going to spoil it for you but it is going to appear in the movie, but I'm not going to spoil it. So anyway, here's Donkey Kong. And here's Fox. And up here's Pikachu and Jigglypuff. Yep. So anyways, that was all my Smash Bros. 64 plushes. Now let's move on to Melee. Oh, and here are my plushes that came from Smash Bros. Melee. Not that they came from directly the game, but specifically the characters that first appeared in that. You get the idea. Anyway, so right here we have Bowser. Right here. Fun fact about Bowser. I'm not sure if I told this before in any of my other plush collection videos, but when I originally got Bowser back in Target a few years ago, not sure how long it was, but I got Bowser and brought back home if I was going, but it turns out that one of his wristbands, like right around here, had a defect where it was completely effed up. Yeah. So my dad had to go back to Target and get a replacement Bowser, which is the one you see right here. Yeah. And here's Peach, Dr. Mario, yeah, aka Mario's dad and Mario and Luigi's dad in my series. Here's a custom Mr. Game & Watch plush right here. Here's Falco Lombardi. One of the hardest plushes for me to find out of all of these. Yeah, I found him on Mercari for a good price. Not really in the best condition, but hey, at least I found him. Back there's Pichu and Mewtwo, right there. Over here we have two Fire Emblem plushes, Marth and Roy. Now originally, I was gonna get the rest of the Fire Emblem plushes, but then I realized that was a pretty stupid idea, so I just have these two. Back there we have Ganondorf, the main antagonist of the movie. He's actually a hand puppet. And back there's Princess Zelda with a pretty weird design. I'm not sure why your ears are like that. So anyways, guys, that was all of my Super Smash Bros. Melee plushes. Now let's move on to Brawl. Alright, and here are all my Super Smash Bros. Brawl plushes right here. Yeah. So anyways, first right over here is Sonic the Hedgehog. This is a Toy Factory Sonic. Once again, as I said this before, I will be retiring him soon after the Super Smash Preston movie and begin a new GE Sonic to replace him because as you can clearly see, and also there's a stain on his mouth that will not go away. So yeah, whenever the movie comes out, it's gonna be hasta la vista to this Sonic. So yeah, over here's Wario and Diddy Kong. Yeah. Back there's your boy King Diddy right there. And he will actually have a redemption arc in this movie. And I'm not going to tell you how it's going to go because, like I said, that's going to be a spoiler. So yeah, just stay tuned. Back then, here is Meta Knight. Yep. This is similar to Falco. This Meta Knight was pretty difficult for me to get. I had to import him all the way from Japan. So yeah, he's once again just like Falco. He's not in the best condition as usual. Like I think he has a hole in his cape. Yeah, right there. That's amazing. There's a hair on it. Yeah, but I'm so glad I got him nonetheless. And yeah, he still has his little tag right there. Has the giant Galaxia sword. So yeah, he has cardboard in his feet. Yeah. Over here we have Toon Link. He will appear in the movie at the very end, but I'm not going to spoil you. But once again, I'm not going to spoil how he's going to be betrayed. You're just going to have to wait and see. Back up here we have Charizard. Now, I'm not sure if I showed this off before, but yeah, I got this Charizard off eBay, and his foot came like this. I'm not sure how this happened. I'm pretty sure the previous owner accidentally whipped the seam right there, and they tried to patched up a little bit, but it's not good. As you can see, whenever I try to stand Charizard up, it kind of looks like he just twisted his ankle right there. Yeah. Anyways, back there is his Squirtle that goes with him. I'm not gonna. I was thinking about giving Ivysaur, but yeah, but I decided not to as usual. I ran out of time also, so yeah, Ivysaur is not gonna appear in the movie, unfortunately. But the Pokemon Trainer Red will be. Yeah. Once again, like Toon Link at the end, so I'm not gonna spoil everything for you guys. And back there is Lucario. Yep. So anyways, that was all my Smash Bros. Brawl plushes. Now let's move on to Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. Alright, so unfortunately, I only have 4 plushes from Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U. So yeah. Anyways, here's Bowser Jr., Rosalina. Now, this isn't an unofficial bootleg, but she's only going to be in the movie for like a brief for a few minutes, so it doesn't really matter. Here's Greninja, which I use in my videos as Escargoon, and similar to Sonic, after the movie, I'm going to be retiring this plush and giving Escargoon his own custom body more accurate to his actual appearance. So yeah. And over here we have the Blue Bomber himself, Mega Man. Yeah. Anyways, now let's move on to the final one, Smash Bros. Ultimate. Alright, now here are my Smash Bros. Ultimate plushes. Starting off with Princess Daisy here. Back here's Piranha Plant, the puppet variant. Back here is King K. Rool from the Banana Thief video. Down here is Banjo-Kazooie. Here's Banjo, and this is Kazooie, who may or may not have a secret crush on him. Right here's Isabelle. I can tell. No wonder. Back here's Steve from Minecraft. Here's a little zombie and the Enderman, which is one of my oldest plushes we have. This is actually one of my brothers. Yeah, one of the oldest ones we have, as you can see. Seen better days. So anyways, that was all my Smash Bros. Ultimate plushes. Alright, now here are all the Smash Bros. Plushes all together. As you can see right here, every single one of these characters will be appearing at least once within the Super Smash Preston movie. So yeah, just gonna get you a little overview of all of them. Yep. So guys, that was my Super Smash Bros. Plush collection video. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you all very soon.